I got major chills. I am freezing.
Right?
Ooh.
There was voice stuff. You'd hear the manager call your name. You go and find her and ask her what she needed. And it turns out she never actually called you. You'd walk past someone's tattoo area and you'd see them out of the corner of your eye in there. But then when you get to, say, the back drawing room, they're sitting there on the couch, drawing or on the computer answering emails. Like you just saw them in their tattoo area, but they could not have gone past you. Then there's the possession story.
Welcome to Weirdos of Whimsy, a podcast where we will be discussing all things weird and...
You guessed it.
Whimsical.
I always do something with my hands.
Whimsical.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline.
And I'm Stevie.
And today's a little bit different,
It is.
everyone. Welcome, party people, to our very first listener email episode. Woo, woo, pew, pew, pew. Millennial double gun. So this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be completely riffing. We are
Kind of.
riffing.
We're
Kind of.
riffing, but we're also reading the emails.
Yes, we will be 100% reading the emails. And as Stevie mentioned, sort of off camera, like it's going to be great because we haven't read them.
We have not read these.
We have not read these.
So we're
gonna be
along for the
experiencing
ride
them.
with you.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
But I will say, if it's a little chaotic, it's because we're riffing and you know us and getting off topic.
Off topic. Getting off topic.
Getting off.
So yeah, and also of course, when we're reading people's emails, if we say something incorrect or we don't interpret it the correct way, sorry. We're really trying. So we're trying to read it in your voice. Obviously, there are some people who don't want to be identified, and that's completely fine. So we're just gonna go for it.
We're gonna go for it.
However, before we get started, because I teased you a couple of weeks ago, Stevie and I did do a ghost hunting night at the Elgin and Winter Garden Theaters in Toronto, as Stevie mentioned, the only stacked theater in the world. Fun fact, I spoke to a buddy of mine who actually has a story that I'm going to get to, and he's very theater oriented. And he was like, Aurelia is stacked. I'm like, what? But it wasn't built purposefully for that.
Oh.
They made it into that
Okay.
afterwards. And the Aurelia Opera House is actually older than the Elgin and the Winter Garden.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I'm telling Steven this for the first time. You don't know this.
Ooh.
I asked him if he could take us into the Aurelia Opera House to go ghost hunting. He said, absolutely.
Oh my God. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So stay tuned. So,
oh my God.
We just talked about how you're coming.
Yeah.
So maybe we can make it happen then.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Is he a security or he works at the theater?
He used to. He used to work there, and he's very good friends with everybody, and he's like 100% I can make that happen.
Oh my God.
Yay. Oh my God, I punched my compuper. That's how excited I am.
We're getting excited.
Okay, so before we get into listener emails, which if it sounds like we're talking quickly, we kind of are. We have a lot to get through.
And we got a pool party to get to.
And we got a pool party to get to bronze these beautiful bodies. I want to crisp. Crisp. Okay, so let's go over a couple of things that happened in our ghost hunting night. It was great. Again, Alone in the Dark. Super, super fun.
Jack,
so wonderful. Jack was
great.
Delightful. We love Jack. No gimmicks, no light show. The whole idea was like you're getting a historical tour as well as using different techniques, whether it be the Ouija board, spirit box,
Estes method,
EMF detectors. It was great. Loved it. So let's talk about a little bit of things that did happen, Stevie.
Yeah.
First of all, can you talk to me about how you felt when you walked in?
Whoa, but I just got a chill because it's freezing down here.
Okay, let's chalk it up to that.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
But I didn't say this out loud, but when we started exploring, I kept getting weird, hot flashes.
Really?
Yeah, where I would not necessarily get dizzy, but I was getting weirdly hot.
You were being affected. I wish you had said something.
I know.
That never happens to you.
I thought it was me just being, you know how I'm
Like sick.
awkward around people?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Sick. Yeah. No, just awkward around people. And, like, sometimes my, like, just, social awkwardness will
Yeah.
make me feel weird.
Yeah.
But, like I said to you, I'm starting to, like, get a little more in touch with my vibes in my body.
Absolutely.
I don't necessarily see or hear things, but I think I like the vibes.
Yeah, that's so cool. You felt something.
Yeah.
And listen, we're not going to give a bunch of stuff away because like we want you to go and experience the tour yourself. They're doing it throughout the summer, I believe.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Right? I think right till September, I think.
Or more. I can't remember exactly what. But they also have other ones.
Yeah, they do at different locations.
But yeah, just being in that place.
Yeah.
The vibe was amazing. It was stunning, beautiful.
Yeah.
Loved walking in there.
There's only 12 of us, so we got
12.
locked into this massive, huge theater that was built in 1913, has such an incredible past.
I love that you remember all of that.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the
love
year.
history. And the theater itself. So above is the Winter Garden Theater, which is like a fairy tale Wonderland theater. It was stunning. It was gorgeous.
It's basically on floors 4 and 5.
That's right. And in 1958, they just like boarded that whole entire section up.
Yeah.
Due to money, the talkies were a thing back in like the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
So like from 1913 to when the talkies started, like they were booming because it was like the vaudeville sort of performance.
I also love that word, vaudeville.
Yeah, so
vaudevillian.
But then 1958 they just shuttered it and just pushed the Elgin Theater because of like money.
Yeah.
And then when they reopened it again in the 80s, well, first of course they cracked down the wall to like see that there was a whole new, a completely different space up there.
Yeah.
And they brought it back to life. Something that Jack said that struck me, they said that when the theater was kind of brought back to life in the 80s, like at that point it was closed for longer than it was in operation.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's just like sitting in silence.
Yeah.
And Jack also said that when the people kind of knocked down the walls and started exploring to take a look at what they're dealing with, it was like people had just left all their things.
Because they thought they were coming back the next day.
Yeah.
Like it was just the day ended as normal. And everything was left like it would have been. So
makeup.
Imagine walking in on that.
Tickets sitting there, playbills on the floor. It just was really cool. And Jack did an incredible job bringing that to life. So kudos to you. Incredible. You clearly love what you do. So let's get to kind of like not super quick rapid fire of what happened. Because again, I don't want to give everything away.
Yeah, you got to go see it for yourself.
You got to see it for yourself. But we were able to start at the top in the Winter Garden Theater. And then we worked our way down.
Stunning.
Oh, breathtaking.
I had never seen it before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'd been to the Elgin, but I'd never been inside. I don't think I even knew that the Winter Garden existed, if I'm being honest.
Same.
So we did a Ouija board session, which was really cool. We got Stevie and I participated. There's not a lot of people who wanted to.
Yeah, like literally they wanted 4.
Yeah.
Jack asked for 4 volunteers and we barely got 3.
Yeah.
And then we thankfully got the 4th.
Got the 4 people. So we got names. But the thing that was really interesting is throughout the entire night, we would ask, does anyone want to talk to us? And they always said no. The ghosts were always like,
they
no.
were sassy.
It was really funny. Yeah. But yeah, we got like, we should say there was a medium in the group. She identified herself as a medium. And she kept saying like, does your name start with a G? And sure enough, it spelled out Grace. Which was interesting.
Or we asked, she got the Grace, and we asked, is your name Grace? And it went to yes.
Yes. So like that was cool.
I will say the Ouija board started up almost immediately.
Yeah, it was very powerful. Now, do we know these other 2 individuals who were doing with us? No, which I always get my little, cackles up about.
But I wanted to make sure you were in
Hackles,
on that.
I should say. Yeah.
Because shit happens when you're around.
Shit happens, but also like
exactly. It felt like the normal, like the spirit was moving it.
Yeah.
Like
it felt it didn't feel like someone was pushing it. Where you could feel when they were pushing it was when they were like
dragging it back,
bring it back to the center.
Which I did like. I know you said you didn't like that. I don't either, but it did make you feel what it felt like when someone was pulling or pushing.
That's a really good point. Stevie. The one thing that was cool was there were lights on the aisle sort of chairs, like the end chairs. And there was a light that just kept
flickering.
Yeah, flickering really. And then it would like dim and then illuminate and then it would dim. And it didn't happen all the time.
The light flickering happened frequent, like times, a few times.
Yeah.
And I think that was, they were drawing the energy.
Yeah.
And like
Jack's flashlight.
They
They kept losing the light.
There was a
on
lantern up top, you know, at the dangling with the lights or with the leads. That I saw one that kept
really
undulating.
Very cool. Undulating again.
I love that word.
Great word. So yeah, really cool. The coolest thing for me though was when we did the Estes method. Which, Stephen, would you like to describe what that is?
So the Estes method is, if you think of, is it the spirit box?
Yeah, that's
so the
right.
spirit box that it connects with like radio waves and frequencies, and it will pick out words. So you'll ask it a question and it will answer with a word, or you have to, like, it cycles through the radio channels,
right?
But it gives like words at a time or like a sound or something like that. But when it's not talking, there's a constant like radio, like I can't even explain.
It's like the white noise.
The white noise, but
just like that.
It drives me insane. I hate that sound.
Yeah.
But the Estes method is you're plugged in with noise canceling headphones into the spirit box. You've got the noise canceling headphones on. You've got a blindfold on. And you're basically sitting there without any of your senses.
Yeah. So scary.
And then the people outside ask the questions, and all the person does who is taking part in the Estes method does is say out loud what they're hearing from the spirit box.
That's exactly it. Well done. Well said. So we would be yelling questions into the void, which, by the way, we're literally in the dark in this huge theater. And the individual who was the person who volunteered to wear all the items couldn't hear us. There were lots of tests done that, you know, Jack actually was like, stand up. I need you to stand up for just a quick second. And obviously the person didn't because they couldn't hear them. So it was great. But we'd be asking questions. Again, someone said... We'd be asking questions. At some point, someone said, is anyone here? Do you want to talk to us? And they were like, no. Immediately no, which was just really funny.
That happened every test.
Every single time. But the creepiest thing for me, and then we'll get into some stories here. For me, the creepiest thing was when we heard that loud crash behind, like, where the curtain would be, the fire curtain on the stage. And then within 1 second of us being like, what was that? The person who was the volunteer, you know, to be blindfolded, etc., freaked out and pulled the headphones off. And they said, somebody just screamed bloody murder in my ears.
Yeah.
So that was really chilling.
That was very weird.
Yeah. What was, like, your favorite part?
I did like the Estes method. It was very cool. And just, standing in the dark theater. Everyone kept getting vibes in there, though, and looking around.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, just being in the theater. And I loved, also, we didn't say, but the Winter Garden Theater, you said you had a very distinct vibe of like, not wanting to leave and feeling very at home and comfortable there.
Like I belonged there.
Like you belonged there.
Yeah, like I felt like that was my place. It was my comfort zone. I did not. I was the last one. No, I wasn't the last one out. Was I the last one out of the theater?
We
were.
We were.
We were the last ones out of the theater because
made sure we were.
I did not want to leave.
You wanted to touch the wall?
I did. I touched the walls because we should explain that. They're all hand painted from like 1913 when they opened up. It's all restored and preserved. I didn't want to leave. There was just something in me that was like pulling me to stay there. And I felt so like I belonged and at peace. In the Elgin, I didn't feel that. It was just like, I'm in a room and it's cool. And it's fancy, but I wasn't like, you know, like I can't explain it.
Yeah, you were getting
a vibe.
Can't explain it. It was just a very fun experience.
It was really
all
fun.
around.
It was really cool. I will go again. If anyone wants to go again, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about while we were on the ghost hunt, or should we dive in?
Let's dive in. I'm excited to get to these stories.
Let's do it. So we put out several kind of asks to a lot of our friends, families, listeners, party people, and we got some stories. So I want to start off with a quick one, and this is actually an alien story. It's a quick alien story from my friend Oscar, who is hi Oscar, a very one of our, dare I say, youngest listeners.
Ooh.
We love you, Oscar. You're the best.
You're the best.
Oscar was a student of mine at my other life, the Martial Arts Club, and he is just one of the best out there. So keep doing what you're doing, Oscar. So, okay, I'm going to read it Exactly from
Verbatim.
Oscar. Okay, verbatim. All right. So it was late November from last year, and I was watching TV with my dad, and I look outside my house and I see a object floating. It had green and red lights and was in like an L shape if it was lying down. So I think like this,
Yeah.
you know? So if you took an L and you like laid it down, that's kind
Yeah.
of what I'm interpreting. So and it was an L shape as if it was lying down. So I freak out and tell my dad, but we look back and there's nothing there. Later, I saw it again. The end. Literally says the end.
Ooh,
Creepy.
creepy.
And so I asked him, have you ever seen it since? And he said, no.
Wow.
Yeah, really creepy.
The aliens
really
have
creepy.
visited.
So I don't know what that could be. A floating laying down L with red and
Yeah.
green lights.
That's cool, Oscar.
Trippy. Yeah. You know what's even crazier? Not to out anything about Oscar and I, but like he lives in my neighborhood.
Wait,
That-
really?
That could be something I see. So Oscar, thank you so much for the heads up and thank
Yeah.
you for the story. Really creepy. Great way to start it off.
Install some skylights so that you can see
You
the
could always
sky
see the
better.
flying lying down
Yeah.
L. It's a good story, Oscar. Thanks,
It's a
buddy.
great story.
Yeah. What do we got next?
So next we have this is a story from one of our friends who shall remain nameless.
Yes. Anonymous.
Anonymous. So I'm just gonna go for it.
Let's dive in.
So we've got, hi guys. I have worked at the Hamilton General Operating Room for several years. It is definitely an older building. The operating room was old but retrofitted. At night or on weekend shifts, when the normal day activities aren't happening at full swing, the whole place seems almost hollow and empty.
Ooh.
Therefore, very spooky when I'm working on my own.
Shiver. No.
I don't think I could do it. Worthy to mention that the General is the Regional Trauma and Burn Center.
Right.
So, needless to say, we see a fair share of traumatic injuries and sometimes, unfortunately, death in the OR.
Yeah.
We also did many organ retrievals from organ donors. Even though they are doing a great and wonderful thing and saving so many lives with their gifts, it is always unnerving when all the surgeons and transport teams leave and we are left to take care of the deceased, especially at night.
Oh.
Overall, I think the whole OR area has a lot of lingering energy from these events. The first story happened when I was working alone at night, getting the ORs ready for the next day. I was working in this one particular OR that did vascular surgeries, which sometimes we did very high-risk rupture aortic aneurysms.
Yikes.
Wow. These procedures carry a very high mortality rate, and that room has seen a fair share of OR death. I was rearranging furniture and setting up some supplies by myself, and all of a sudden, I felt a chill run down my neck.
I'm already scared.
Right? I just got a chill. I turned to look around, and of course, no one else was there. Then I heard a steady beeping start on the monitor that displayed the anesthetic machine.
What?
Normally, these machines are very sensitive and only display vitals when there's a patient hooked up to the monitors. At this point, I freaked out and said, F this.
Yes.
Same girl.
Same vibe.
And got the heck out of the room through the door that leads into the clean supply area. There's a big window on that particular door, which allows me to still see the monitor very clearly. I called out for my 3 other coworkers to come over, and together we watched the oxygen saturation on the display slowly drop as the heart rate slowly went to 0. Keep in mind, no one's hooked up. Just like as if a person was passing away while on the monitor. That's creeptastic.
So creeptastic.
Some skeptical coworkers thought that it was just electrical interference that made the machine produce readings. But I thought that it seemed like some type of leftover energy manifesting itself.
Wow.
Wild.
Wow.
So you basically, someone is passing away on the machine.
Over and over and over again. Potentially. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe this was just like, maybe it's residual. And
Residual
it just continues to happen
energies.
and they happen to be there and catch it as it was going on. Wow. Thank you so much for that story.
Yeah.
This individual actually sent in 3
3.
stories.
So we got more for you.
We're going to keep going. So same person. Thank you so much for sending them in. So the second story happened during the daytime, which is almost creepier, if I'm being honest. Like nighttime, you expect it.
True.
Right? So the second story happened during the daytime, but I was working in an OR alone. I was scrubbed and setting up a sterile setup in preparation for brain surgery. The setup for this type of procedure is typically done on a tall table with a platform. So I was up on a step about a foot above the floor, and I had a pretty good vantage point of the entire room. I was in the zone, doing my thing, and out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw the door to my left open. At the same time, I felt a presence in the room. I thought nothing of it since it was around the time of shift change. It was not uncommon for the next shift to come in and check on the progress.
Okay.
I looked up and said, "Hi, almost done here," and realized there's nobody in the room.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was totally alone. Right away, I felt a chill run down my back and I was totally spooked out. I finished setting up as fast as I could and then got the heck out of there. Same. I confronted some coworkers that were also working that day and nobody was near that room. Some people told me that I was seeing things, or maybe someone like an aide or a resident doctor poked their head in quickly and then immediately left, but I wasn't super convinced. I think there are some energy lingering around. There's energy lingering around.
100%. How could there not be in a place like that?
Fully. We've like hospitals on their own.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
There's so much. Okay. Story number 3. The third story happened at McMaster Children's Hospital, which I used to live near.
Yes.
I had transferred there after many years at the General. The hallways are brightly decorated, but at night, it's the same spooky vibe hallways, you know?
Yeah.
They also turned down most of the lights at night, which made things way spookier. Anyway, this particular night, I was working late while on call. It's about 1 a.m. in the morning, and I had to go into the emergency OR to get some standing stools for another nurse. Immediately, after I walked into this empty room, I felt something was off. I tried to block out the feeling and just go get the stools as fast as I could. I was speed walking into the room, grabbed them, and turned to leave. As soon as I turned, literally the very second as I turned my back, behind me, I heard the anesthetic supply cart's drawer click, and an alarm came on indicating it was open.
Ew.
All the ORs have locked anesthetic drawers that require a digital login order for anyone to access them. Alternatively, you would have to flip open a door and push an emergency button for the drawers to open. The alarm the machine was giving off was the same alarm as if someone was accessing the drawers in an emergency without logging in. I didn't even stop. Yanked the open door I came in from and left as soon as I possibly could.
Kudos to you, friend.
Same girl.
Yeah.
I told my coworkers what happened and they brushed me off, saying it's just the machine's resetting, even though I know for sure it doesn't do that normally. Or else all the machines in the OR would be going off all the time. I mean, fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Later that night, as I walked by the OR, I can hear the alarm was still blaring from inside the room.
Come on.
Creepy. I was too chicken to go inside. A few minutes after, an anesthesiologist heard the alarm and went inside and shut it off. A few other nurses also told me that they had also experienced strange events in that particular OR.
Listen, kudos to you for being like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sensing a theme that your coworkers will never help you. It's terrifying.
You're on your own, I guess.
You're on your own, friend. Like, do not rely on them for anything.
Yeah, I will say you're doing it right where you're not really paying it any attention.
Yes.
You're not giving it any energy.
Yeah.
Just kind of ignore and move on.
If you don't want it to mess with you, do not give it any
That's
attention at all, for sure. Crazy. Thank you so much for those incredible stories.
You.
Really appreciate it. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming if you want to keep sending them in, because I would love to do this as often as possible.
Oh, it needs to be a regular thing.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move on to another individual who sent in some stories. Two stories
Two
from
stories.
this one. And this is actually close personal friend of the pods, of
Friend
ours.
of the pod.
Super fun too. So she was actually my very first friend in kindergarten. We met on the first day.
Yeah.
I remember I had a blue umbrella that had like the hook of the umbrella was an elephant and it was raining. And I invited her to come stand under my umbrella with me because it was raining.
Cute.
Yeah. So my good friend, our good friend, Shar. We love Shar. She did our tattoos.
She did.
Ha-cha.
We got this one. She also did my dragon.
Yep. Ghosty, and my first one was my
yeah, she broke your tattoo
She
cherry.
sure did. So she's delightful, and if you want to support her, she's in the London area.
Yes.
Her Instagram handle is Char Callan Tattoos. That's CharCallanTattoos.
Woo!
She's at Death Wish Tattoo in London, and I
Tattoo.
completely suggest her.
Yeah,
like
she's
I recommend her. She's just great, a delight, and just a super fun individual.
Love you, Char.
Love you, Char.
She's also a witchy sister.
Yeah, she sure is. Love you. So let's get into chapter 1, which she also said, chapter 1. Love you for it. Okay. Chapter 1, the haunted tattoo shop.
Dun, dun, dun.
I also wonder if this was the one that we went to.
It might
I did not
be.
clarify. Char, is this the one that we were at?
Let us know.
Okay. Here is Char's story. I worked at a tattoo shop here in London for around 7 years. I saw some shit. I heard some shit. And I witnessed a possession.
Ooh, oh my God, fun.
We'll start with the shop itself. Not located in the nicest area of town. A fair amount of gang activity.
Okay.
Decent amount of police presence on a regular basis. I was told that a young man in his late teens unfortunately lost his life out back from a stab wound over some drugs. We were pretty sure he was the one haunting the shop.
Ooh.
The shit I've seen. I've seen framed artwork fall off the wall. The nail didn't come out. The clip didn't off the frame didn't detach. It was like someone walked by and just swatted it off the wall.
Oof.
That happened several times. Once it was just me and the apprentice locking up. He literally jumped behind me. By the way, Char is like 5'3" and like this big. Like she's teeny tiny. He literally jumped behind me for protection. There was a huge bang once out by the back door, and a few of us went to check it out. The 8-foot ladder had just fallen, but it had been positioned on an angle against the wall and was now against the opposite wall.
Oh, weird. Also, that would be a terrifying bang to hear.
Oh,
think about how loud that would be.
Metal on brick.
Metal on brick.
Ugh. So, that had happened. And then there was also a security monitor in the hallway between the front desk and the washroom. This next thing happened all the time. You'd hear the front door chime. You'd look at the monitor. You'd see a young man come into the shop and sit on the bench as if he's waiting in the waiting area. So you'd walk out of the hallway, around the front desk, and no one would be there.
I got major chills. I am freezing.
Right?
Ooh.
There was voice stuff too. Like you'd hear the manager call your name, you go and find her and ask her what she needed, and it turns out she never actually called you. Or you'd walk past someone's tattoo area and you'd see them out of the corner of your eye in there, but then when you get to, say, the back drawing room, they're sitting there on the couch.
Ooh.
Drawing or on the computer answering emails. Like you just saw them in their tattoo area, but they could not have gone past you. Then there's the possession story. A coworker's client was getting tattooed and mentioned he was feeling lightheaded. He, unfortunately, did faint. I ran over with a cold cloth and some water. When he came to, he looked around and it was not him. His eyes were different. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was like in disbelief or bewilderment.
Mm.
Then he looked at me and my coworker and clearly was startled, and he didn't recognize us.
Wow.
My coworker asked him if he had eaten anything recently. The way he answered, "Not in a long time," still gives me chills.
Oh my God.
It was not his voice. Quote, "Have you had any water today?" And again, in the creepiest, slow, drawn-out, spooky way, "Not in a long time." My coworker then says, "Okay, bud, I'm going to run next door and grab you a drink and a snack. I'll be right back." And he leaves me with this man who was clearly not himself. Have you ever seen a baby discover their own hands? It was like that. The way he was looking around at things my coworker came back and the guy kind of drifted in and out of consciousness for a minute. When he came back around, he had zero memory of fainting, had zero memory of us talking to him, didn't remember his responses, nothing. His voice was back to normal. He was responding to things totally normal again. My former coworker and I still talk about how scary it was and how we're 100% convinced this guy was possessed for like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yay!
That's creepy.
So creepy.
Okay, Shar, you have to write it in and let us know. Like, has he shown any other signs since then?
Yeah, fair enough.
Like do you think it's still in there somewhere?
And here's the thing. Shar and her colleagues probably dealt with people fainting a lot.
I mean,
Shar's been doing this for like 25 years.
Yeah.
So like fainting is a part of the job.
Yeah.
The fact that this happened and it scared her,
Yeah.
like that speaks volumes to me.
Also, I've only not fully fainted, but I've like half fainted like one time. But
Sure.
when you do come back to, it's not like
It doesn't take 10 minutes.
You don't know who you are.
Yeah, and like this
that.
guy didn't get clocked in the head. Like, sorry, guy, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Like I know people.
He got clocked in the head psychically.
Yes, so true. So
Wow.
great story, Shar. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So creepy.
Woo.
And the fun doesn't stop because she's got a second story for us, Stevie.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, that's me.
That's you. Yeah.
Chapter 2, The Haunted Basement in Hamilton, Ontario. I'm excited. So our last house in Hamilton was in the East End, near Barton and Kenilworth.
Yep.
Super charming area. Said with profound sarcasm. I was going to say Barton Street.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I said that. Super charming area.
Super charming.
There was something in the basement. Small little wartime house, oil furnace, dirt floor basement. I can picture it perfectly.
Completely.
There was a washing machine down there that I never used because I was afraid to go down there. My cat would sit at the basement door and just stare. One of the few times I did go down there, there was a desk in the far back corner, chained to the wall.
What?
There was a little nook down the back side of the stairs as well that didn't get any light from the one lonely little window. You could see shapes moving back there, even though there was no light to create shadow.
Yeah.
Which they do say.
Shadow people, darker than dark.
When you would walk, I just got major deja vu.
Really?
Like reading this and just everything we just did, I got uber deja vu.
Love when that happens.
Woo! Okay. So clearly we have podcasts in other lives. So when you walked down the side of my house outside and looked in the window, you could see shapes moving along the wall. When we first moved in, I noticed the way my cat was staring at the closed basement door. Very on edge, like she was waiting for something.
Don't like it.
No.
Don't like it.
Then I noticed the set of 3 locks on the door. 3 locks.
I have goosebumps.
So creepy.
To the basement.
To the basement.
Why?
To the basement. Away from the basement. The house just had an uneasy vibe all the time. I had a spiritually sensitive friend come over, and as soon as she touched the basement door, she just blurted out, "Oh my God, someone died down there."
Oh, jeez. No sugarcoating.
Like, why would you just blurt that out?
Is that in there?
Yeah.
So good.
Like, true. I live here, girl.
Yeah. What in the fuck? Thanks, friend.
Thanks, friend. She also agreed with me that there was just something in the basement, and it was dark and it was angry. Ooh, you just get the vibe sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Several times in the 12 months we lived in that house, I would wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., which is the witching hour, to see white and blue orbs circling the doorway to my bedroom.
Shut up.
That's creepy.
Wow.
And also, I don't know if I'm making this up.
Okay, this is Steven talking. This is
me. This is not from the story. This is me. Normally, when you see orbs, it's in like cameras and video and stuff, right? Like people don't normally physically see orbs.
I've never seen an orb in my physical world. It's always been in photos and videos.
Oof.
So Shar. Sorry, back to the story.
Yeah, so white and blue orbs circling the doorway to Char's bedroom.
Wow.
You could feel a very strong and protective energy coming from them. Maybe like her spirit guides or whatever. Or whatever.
Or whatever.
They just sort of dance around in the doorway, like they were moving around to keep it all sort of blocked off, if that makes sense. So they were protecting her.
Yeah, completely.
From the energy, 1,000%.
Wow.
So yeah, those are my ghost stories. Hope you enjoyed them.
We enjoyed them, Char.
We enjoyed them, Char.
Thank you so much for sending them in. That is creepy.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
I love that you saw orbs. I love that your friend was like, maybe someone died in this house. Like, what? Again, why?
Oh my God, someone died down there.
I ask you why. Amazing stories.
Yeah.
Really good. Thank you so much, Char.
Thank you. Also, we're coming for more tattoos soon.
Yeah. Like, they're planned. Mine's planned. I don't know about you.
I have so many. I just have to point at my list.
Like Russian roulette. Let's go.
I mean, everyone I've gone to Char for has not been one that I had on my list at first.
Oh, really? You just created it? It was
Yeah.
like, let's do it. Oh, that's amazing. Love that. Okay, so let's move now to one of my friends. Did he say I could say his name? Yes. His name is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom. We love you, Tom.
We love you, Tom.
He has a story that he's written in. It's on my phone, so I'm reading it from my phone. So here we go.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
So I have friends who are a couple where one is very into ghost stuff and the other is very no nonsense, does not buy into it.
I know that.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Isn't it, One day they were having like a lazy Sunday or something, and out their bedroom window, they see an old lady apparently just rise out of the culvert at the end of their driveway and start walking down the road. Let's call him Joe, the ghost enthusiast, turns to, let's say, Sally and says, "Holy shit, did you see that?" And she, a bit shell-shocked, confirms she did.
Wait, which one is the skeptic?
So the guy is the believer.
Okay. And Sally is
the non-believer.
Okay. Shun the non-believers.
So she confirms that she did, in fact, see a woman climb out of, which on its own is terrifying.
Are we picturing?
Ditch.
Oh, the ditch.
It's like a ditch with like the culvert, right? So she climbs out of the little culvert area.
Yes. Okay.
What in the hell? So after she confirmed she did, Joe jumped out of bed and runs to their living room where they have a street-facing huge bay window. Sure enough,
I want one of those.
Yeah. Sure enough, here's this woman kind of slowly sauntering down the street before she stops to sniff flowers between Joe and Sally's driveway and their neighbors.
Stop and smell the roses.
Joe calls to Sally to come and see, but by the time she gets out there and they look, she's gone. Cut to several months later, if not a year or even more. This is a story we have all heard a million times. At this point, I have moved back home and I'm crashing in their spare room until I find a place. We're all hanging out in the living room, shooting the shit and whatever. And Joe, so he was here for this. Joe goes downstairs to get the laundry. When he comes back up, he looks a bit, I don't know what this, I think this might have been a typo. P-E-K-E-I-D. Peaked? Peaked? Let's go with peaked. He looks a bit peaked and all he says is, "Well, she's down there on the couch." I guess when he was coming up from the laundry room past the den, he looks in and sees the same old lady from the front yard sitting calmly on their couch. And she smiles at him.
In the house.
We all ran downstairs except Sally, who absolutely refused.
That's fair.
But she actually was gone.
It's coming from inside the house.
The phone call's coming from inside the house. I was always horrified that I might see her after that, but so far there have been no other sightings.
So did
since.
Tom see her?
No.
Only Joe did.
Joe was the only one who saw her, and then they all ran down.
And she wasn't there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Creepy old lady lying on your couch.
What not just creepy old lady lying on your couch. Creepy old lady who crawled out of a culvert.
I mean, yeah.
And walked around your house.
What if she was like hit by a car?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. And then was in the basement.
That's creeptastic.
Casually sitting on the. Listen, I love that Tom and the gang ran downstairs.
Tom and the gang.
Right? Except for Sally, which again, Sally, hey. I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
Faced with that, no, I'd run down.
I'd run down.
I'd run down for sure.
Run down.
But yeah, creepy.
Ooh.
That's wild. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom, for sending that in. What a story. Ooh.
Get it, Tom.
Get it, Tom. Get that ghost? I don't know.
Get that ghost. Not this one. She doesn't sound like a sexy ghost.
No. I mean, listen, some people love the old lady.
I mean, yeah, fair.
That's wild. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who sent in some stories.
Yes.
We would love to do this again. So we had actually, I'm going to call not individuals out. We had a lot of people write in saying, oh my gosh, I've totally got some. And then they just didn't tell us anything. Or I can't wait to send you my story. And we didn't get anything. So if you are one of those people,
send it in.
Send it in. We'll do it again. We're going to do another one for sure. Before we go, I do have a quick story. I mean, I have lots of ghost stories.
You do.
I've pretty much told most of them in our first and second episodes. Maybe we should do like a redo at some point of all of the ghost things that have happened.
Yeah.
But I do have a quick one to add that I don't think I've even told you.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe I have. I don't remember. We kind of talked earlier about how like we've been friends for 15 years. We might just be telling the same story over and over again.
Over and over and over again.
But I actually have photographic evidence. And can I still find that photo? I'm going to really try because I have it.
Please do.
I have the photo.
Okay.
So this is when I was still living in Flamborough, where all the creepy things always happen.
Yep.
And I was driving my 2001 Ford Taurus. It was red. His name was Boris. Yes.
Boris the Taurus.
Nailed it.
Have I mentioned that used to be like my dream car because I'm a Taurus? I always wanted a Taurus.
About this. Yeah. So I had the coveted Taurus.
The coveted Boris Taurus.
Boris the Taurus. And he was red and obviously gas guzzler. But, you know, when this was circa 2009.
Gas was cheap.
Gas was like 85 cents.
If only.
It actually wasn't 2009. It was probably, if I'm being honest, let's think about this now. It was like, yeah, maybe 2010.
Okay.
So it's close.
Yeah.
Anyway, living at home, I drove down into Dundas to get gas. It was the gas station that was close to the clinic. You know, the one that's like right up, there was like a car wash and like the clinic you used to work at, Spencer Creek.
Yes.
It's like right before there.
Okay.
I pull in. It is pouring rain, right? So I'm like, it's pouring rain. I drive from Flamborough. I go get gas. And I tried to position my car. I stopped to figure out like where would be the driest spot for me to stand.
Yeah.
Because it is teeming pouring rain. Okay. So I end up backing in my car to like the part that still has overhang. The interior spots were taken, of course.
Yeah. So you're like on the outside.
I'm on the outside.
Still
right. And my gas cap is, of course, obviously on the inside over the overhang. So it's now like that part.
I would hope so.
Yeah, idiot. So I get out in the rain. I come around the front of the car. I do the whole, debit card thing. And when I turn to push in my gas cap, on the back of my car, is a
window or on the car?
Like, on the car.
On the body of the car.
On the body of the car.
Okay.
Is a perfectly dry handprint.
As if
someone's hand was there when it was dry.
And it was.
And it rained on. And then they removed their hand.
Like how it doesn't stick to like wax or something. It's like,
Picture it like someone put their hand on a car. It fucking rained. Sorry for swearing, but I'm not because it was crazy.
We swear all the time.
It rained. And then if it stops raining, I remove my hand. So everything else is wet. And that handprint is dry.
And it wasn't just like in the sort of kind of shape of a hand. Like it was very clearly a hand.
It was a large. I even put my hand up to it, and it was like, so if this is my hand, it was like this big.
Wow.
Like my hand was small,
almost like a demonic handprint.
So I took it as you. I love how you go dark and I go light every time. Every time. It's how I preserve myself. I took it as, wow, someone is like holding on and looking out for me. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. But I was also like, who's been on my car? Teeming raining.
That's
I have to find the photo. I will do my best to find it. It was on my old laptop, which is kind of RIP'd, but I'll figure it out. The first thing I did was take a picture.
Yeah. You must find that, and we will post it along with this episode.
I will do my damnedest to find it. Not wild.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was like I could not explain it because I've driven from Flamborough to Dundas in teeming, pouring rain.
Yeah.
How did that stay dry in a perfect handprint?
That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go.
Or it didn't happen until like the car was so wet, but it was like a really hot handprint.
Thank you, Stephen.
That
like from the depths of hell.
The depths of hell.
God. So yeah, there you go. So
wow.
Yeah. Do you have any other ghost stories you want to share for this particular episode?
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not.
Sorry, I asked.
I'm trying here.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna happen. Maybe
it's gonna happen
tonight.
Maybe tonight. Did you bring your Ouija board?
No.
Damn it.
But you have one.
I do, but it's shit.
It's shit. It's not the board. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
But it's because of the wood and the way the planchette is, it sticks on everything, so it doesn't slide as easy.
Yeah, that's
I need
fair.
to get a legit one.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is a legit one, but you know what I mean.
I do. Okay, well, one really important announcement before we go.
Yes.
You probably won't like it.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but here we are. So we are officially on summer vacation.
We are.
There are too many things happening. The weekends are booked.
Even the weeknights now
Even
are
the
like...
weeknights are getting crazy. So because we live 2.5 hours away from each other, we can't just pop over to each other's homes. Although one day. So we will be taking a little bit of a hiatus, a little summer break, if you will. So there will be no episodes through August.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the last episode for a while.
We're sorry.
Yes. Thank you and sorry. But thank you. Please stay with us. Please come back for the next season of Weirdos of Whimsy.
That's what we're calling it.
Yes.
It's, the end of a season.
This is the end of the season.
Every show has a break.
Exactly. This is no different.
Yeah.
We are not disappearing. We have
It will not be like the last break we were on.
Where we're like, see you next week. and it was like 1 year later.
We are obsessed with this and we love it. And we needed that little recharge to just realize how much we loved it.
And figure stuff out.
And now this is it. Like, what did you say last time? In perpetuity?
Yeah.
These will be happening.
Going. Exactly. So look for us in September.
Yeah.
When is September? Remains to be seen.
It will be September.
It will be September. We got a lot planned. We're going to the birthplace of Halloween in October. So we've got a lot to talk about. We've got the topics already sorted. It's going to be great, but just hang in there with us. Like, share, follow, please subscribe, write some recommendations.
Smash that like button. Hit that bell notification.
Exactly. Seriously, it sounds great, but it really helps. And if you have any ideas of other topics for the next season, please let us know.
Yes.
We're excited to keep keeping on.
Also, I want more comments on our YouTube videos.
Yeah. Comment, please.
Every time we do have a comment, even if it's on the shorts or the YouTube videos, it makes us happy.
Yeah.
And I love reading them, and we don't get enough, and I really want some more.
And maybe that's our fault. Like, do you not like us? Do you not like us?
Do you not like us? No. So my dad, shout out to my dad, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Love you. He is actually a YouTuber.
Yeah. Go and see his channel.
It's cool to say, but he's a YouTuber. And he has his own YouTube channel. Yeah, so check him out on YouTube, Mystery and Mayhem. It's all about like books, book reviews. He's a huge book nerd. He's got a hoard of books.
Yes, and an excellent artist.
Right here. But he always tells me that we need to interact more with people.
And we want to.
And yes.
So ideas, suggestions, stories yourselves, questions. Like if you have questions about what we do or where we go or how to do this or how we got it doesn't have to be about us. It can be about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great comment. Great comment about comments.
So also even just commenting on like our socials and stuff. I know it's just clips and shit, but we love reading them.
We love reading them.
We love reading them.
Yeah. So I think that's it. We'll miss you.
We will.
But we'll continue to kind of post little things here and there.
Yes, we'll be back so soon. And I wanted to just like remember we used to just record ourselves
randomly.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get back into that. So thank you so much for being here. We love you. Can't wait to come back.
Yay.
In the fall, which is the best time ever.
Truly.
Kick off to spooky season. Also, happy Summerween.
Which Jacqueline is so pissed off about it.
I say with such disdain.
Because it is
happy Summerleen, bitches.
It is everywhere.
I can't talk about it.
I love it.
Janet and I love it.
Yeah.
But I hate it because
Yeah.
Janet and I would have been billionaires.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to the Tandem Rangent about Summerween,
Yeah.
Slummerleen. Maybe I'll have to dive back into it, but like Janet and I invented that shit, and it is on film, and it is literally documented of me carving a fucking watermelon exactly with the heart eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Heart eyes, triangle nose, and creepy jack-o'-lantern mouth.
Yeah.
I did that in 2006 on film with my very dear friend and roommate Janet.
If I ever did host a summer lean
Janet
party,
hosts the Summerween party, but
but
I'll
if
allow
I
it.
ever did,
I'll allow
would
it.
you deem to show up for it? And could we invite Janet?
I was just gonna say only if Janet comes.
Only if Janet comes.
Only if Janet can come, because she did that. We had Summerleen parties for literally decades.
Which I love. Which I would also like to say I was never invited to.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like God. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for bringing that up, Stevie.
You brought it up.
I did. Fair. You know what? You're right. You're right. Play back the tape.
Play back the tapes.
Okay. Let's do it. We got a pool party to get to.
We got a pool party.
So thank you so much for listening and watching The Weirdos of Whimsy. We will be back again soon with another episode that guides you through the weird and whimsical journey that is our brains. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Weirdos of Whimsy Pod, and please leave comments. Watch that space for updates, release dates, and other treats and delectable morsels. Say goodbye, Stevie.
Goodbye, everybody. Stay spooky.
Stay spooky, stay safe, stay fun. We'll see you in a couple months.
Yes.
And as always, big gulps, eh? Well,
see you later.
Pew, pew. Woo, happy Summerleen.
Summerleen. We love you.